Okay, this video is going to be pattern help. So, if the pattern says to start with a circle, we're gonna ignore their chain things if they tell you to do chain things and do a magic ring. Now, if the pattern says that you will have 6 stitches in your ring, then what you're going to do is crochet 6 stitches. Here's 1. Under your V. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Now, in the case of the pattern that I'm currently helping with, it tells you to slip stitch here. And I've already discussed in a previous video that that is not necessarily necessary. So in this case, instead of slip stitching, it tells you to chain 1 after you slip stitch. So we will just get under that first stitch. And do your single crochet. Because we're choosing not to do a slip stitch, you don't need the chain 1. So if you're going to work in a continuous round, you'll skip the slip stitch, skip the chain 1, single crochet into that first one and put a marker in it. And it counts as our first single crochet. Now, this pattern, which is a beanie pattern, on the second row says to 2 single crochet in each stitch. So you've already got your first one. You're going to go in to that same one you just did. And it will be a little tight, especially with the first row, remember. And you're going to put in another single crochet. So now you have 2 in 1 stitch. So to show you that, we'll go in, work our single crochet, and see where the opening is to the stitch you just did. You're going to go into that again so that you have 2. Now we've only crocheted into 2 stitches, but we have 4 crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is increasing. So at the end of this row, since we're doing 2 single crochet into each stitch, you should go from 6 stitches to 12. Let me finish this very quick. Well, not too quick. Into the same stitch again so that you have 2. 1, and then 2. One, and then 2. Pull that bad boy tight. Here we are at our last stitch. 1 and 2. Now at this point, especially if you're new to crochet, you want to count before you do anything with that first stitch. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Remember, when counting stitches, it's the V that you're counting, or the chevron. Sometimes you'll see them tell you to count your chevrons. Now, because we're doing a continuous circle, we're not slip stitching to this one, and we're not doing a single crochet. So I'm going to do the next row for you. It tells you to single crochet into the first one. Get that marker in there so you know where your beginning is. And then it tells you to do 2 in the next. 1. Right into that same one. 2. So now you've gone into 2 stitches, but you have 3. We've increased 1. It tells you to repeat that around. So that means the next one will be 1 single crochet. And then the next one will be 2. Do 1, and then 2 into the same stitch. Then we're repeating 1. This is where your counting is going to come in. And then you'll have 1, 2. And we've got 1, 1 into the same stitch, 2, 1, and then 2 into the next, and 2. And when you get close to the end, you'll see that you still have 2 stitches left. So you're still going to do 1 into the first one, and then 2 into this last one. Now at the end of your row, it will tell you how many stitches you're supposed to have. Now that we've done an increase, another increase, we should have way more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 stitches. And we're only on the 3rd round. That's looking pretty good. So if your next round is to crochet 1 in the next 2 stitches, you'll do 1 crochet, 1 crochet, and then 2 into the next. It just depends on what the pattern is telling you to do. Well, the next thing I'm going to show you is how to decrease. First, I'm going to get into that first single crochet. Now, decreasing is almost always the same across the board. It's a little different when you are doing a half double decrease or a double decrease. We're just working with single crochet right now, so a single crochet decrease looks as such. You go into the next stitch, yarn over, and bring it through. You have your 2 loops. You're going to go into the next stitch, yarn over, and pull through. Now you have 3. Then you will yarn over and pull through all 3. That's a decrease. I'm going to show you again. Go into a stitch, yarn over and pull through. You have 2 on your hook. Go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull 3. You've got 3 on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. This is going to decrease. So I just took away 2 stitches. I have 2 stitches, but I took away 2 stitches by decreasing. That should pretty much get you what you need to finish your project that's just in single crochet. Let me know if you have any questions.